Hello Capricorns and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your March 2019 monthly tarot reading. I also have some astrology messages as well as some empathic messages for you guys for this month. It's a really big month. We have Uranus moving into Taurus this month. It's really big. So be sure to check out your Uranus and Taurus video as soon as I can get those up. Hopefully I'll be shooting those today and tomorrow. And we'll be getting them up just in time for Uranus and Taurus. However, you know, we do have Mercury retrograde. So that is going to be going on for most of this month as well. So that's going to be really fun. In terms of getting all of our communications kind of blocked a little bit. Things are going to slow down. And Mercury retrograde, a lot of people, you know, get really frustrated in this energy and say, oh, like, woe is me, Mercury retrograde is back again. And I feel, Capricorn, that you guys are the biggest... I mean, all the Capricorns in my life always complain so much about Mercury retrograde. You guys get so frustrated in this energy. But it's actually very beneficial to take a step back and have things kind of, you know, reverse there for a second, to be able to kind of go backwards, because you can't just be moving forwards. We need times of pause, times of, you know, things to move a little bit slower, for things to come to fruition a little bit slower, because again, Pisces season is all about manifestation. And then we have Uranus moving into Taurus. There's a lot of manifestation energy that is coming up this season. And so maybe Mercury retrograde isn't such a bad thing, so we're not manifesting at such a massive rate that we don't, that we just really don't even know what to do in that energy. All right, anyways, Capricorns, sorry to get into that before I even am saying, you know, this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It cannot and will not resonate with all of you. I just cannot, you know, pick up on over, like, you know, however many thousand people are watching this is real life situations and what they're going through. So again, that's why I have private readings. And if you want to book a private reading with me, all that information is right below this video in my description box. Alrighty, so let's get into the astrology a little bit here. Messenger planet Mercury in the last degree of Pisces is going retrograde March 5th, one day before the Piscean new moon. The new moon conjuncts Neptune and occurs only 8 hours after Uranus transits from Aries into Taurus, but will stay until 2025. So this is huge, and again, I'll be doing videos specifically on that because it's going to affect us for the next 6 to 7 years. So the new moon will, well, really 7 to 20 years in the long run, but we're going to be feeling it for the next 6 to 7 years while it is in Taurus. The new moon will activate all that speculative idealism that Neptune and Jupiter have been generating over the past few months. That and the ongoing trine aspects between Taurian Mars and Capricorn Saturn and Pluto will bring up this real push to translate our inspiring visions into practical reality. So we're going to be, you know, taking a practical approach to, again, manifesting our dreams. We'll be extra pushed by this energy and the pressures of daily life to kind of get things going here. So the potential in the 2 weeks after that new moon is really, really huge. The sun moves into Aries on March 20th, and then 3 hours later we have a full moon in Libra. I don't know why I have in my book here that it's Gemini, and I feel bad because I've been saying in all these readings, but the full moon is in Gemini, but I actually just went back in and was researching from a different thing here, because I usually go by my moon journal, and it's saying there's a full moon in Gemini, but everywhere else it's saying there's a full moon in Libra. I'm not an astrologer, but it seems like there's a full moon in Libra. So Mercury retrograde reaches Neptune on the 24th, and with its message of all-encompassing oneness, it will be turning direct. So the end of the month will be filled with optimism, all-encompassing, really just fortunate associations and generosity. All right, anyways, Capricorn, half your deck just flipped over in my hands as I was trying to shuffle here for your general energy for the month, so this is kind of awkward. Hopefully we can get this back on track here. All right, Capricorns, your general energy for the month, and then we will pull an oracle card for your general message from Spirit for the month, okay? I feel like you guys are feeling this lack of direction and this wishy-washy Piscean energy. It's just too wishy-washy for you. You guys are just not into it, it feels like. You're going to really want everyone in their emotions to just really, like, tone it down, to just, like, stop, like, full stop with the emotions and the wishy-washiness. You're going to be like, I want clear, direct decisions. However, this is just not the season for that. You want people to really do what they say they're going to do this during this season. And in Piscean season, with all the, you know, the retrograde energy and everything that's kicking about, people are not going to say, you know, what they say. They're, you know, they're not going to do what they say they'll do. So just kind of just try to breathe and release that energy, okay? So let's see. General energy for my Capricorns in March 2019. Wow, I'm sorry that we're how many minutes in? I haven't even pulled the card. I apologize, my Capricorns. There's just a lot of messages coming out right now. Again, I'm also doing this on the very first day of Mercury retrograde, so my communication's going to be skewy because it always does affect my communication. All right, you guys get the Seven of Pentacles this month. So, again, you're wanting to push forward on things that might not be a good time to push forward on at this time, you know? Like I was just saying, this energy, the Piscean energy is just not, and with all the retrograde stuff, yeah, it's a great time to manifest, but it's also, there's just a lot of, things, or things seem one way and then they end up being another way, and you guys just don't like that. If that makes sense here, right? Let's pull a card for my Capricorns for a message from Spirit, and then we'll look at both of these a little bit. So Seven of Pentacles, you know, this card, if you guys follow my videos, you know, you watch my channel regularly, has been kicking around, you guys know, for a while now. The Seven of Pentacles has been around since, I want to say, like December. So there's a lot of a need for wanting to build up more success. We're feeling like we're on the cusp of a lot of success with money, career, and we're just wanting to get there, because the Seven of Pentacles is saying, you know, you're almost there, and not to give it up, not to give up the fight. You know, you're about to get to your point in manifesting. But it's a nice time to look back and reevaluate, you know, what we're doing and how it's affecting us into the future here. You know, again, in the very beginning of the month, Venus moves into Aquarius, which is your second house of money, getting what you put out, getting, you know, sorry, why did I say that? It's so backwards. Oh my gosh. Again, Mercury retrograde, having me like say all my sentences backward. But again, with Venus moving into your second house of money, you're tapping into really what is valuable in your service to other people here. We're in this energy of what we put out, we're finally getting back here. We're looking to get back here. We want to create something that is of value to others. And it's working its way towards us, but we have to be patient here. All right, message from Spirit. Sorry, your messages are coming out pretty slow, but there's a lot to unpack here, I feel like, for you guys. Get scrying, intuition. Okay, so this message, again, is to rely on your intuition. And what a card for Pisces season, which is all about those intuitive pushes, that intuitive feel that comes up, and also to go with those intuitive pushes there, and, you know, not to ignore it this month. Because you guys want to be very practical and be looking at the realities of things, but with this energy, you know, there's a need to listen to our intuition rather than, you know, what's really going on, you know, the solid realities. Because Pisces season is about dreaming, translating those ideas into reality. Okay, so should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. So again, great season for, you know, inserting that intuitive push that Pisces season gives us here, okay? Listen to your intuition this month. It will be stronger. It always is during Pisces season. All right, so let's see now what we get for the rest of the month here, what's coming in for you. Actually, let's look at your challenges. Let's look at your challenges, and then we'll go and see what's coming in for you. Challenges for my Capricorns this month. We'll challenge them. Ooh, Five of Cups came flying out immediately. This is my Hermetic Tarot deck, by the way, and I was just using my Aquarian deck. We'll go back to the Aquarian deck for the general reading. Wow, your cards are flying out, guys. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Challenging for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2019. Five of Wands. There's a lot of five energy here. We're pushing through something. And again, I feel like Capricorns, your readings have been a little bit intense as of late. I've been going through something, or, you know, releasing things. And I don't want to like call my Capricorns out, and we'll talk about it more in the love section. But you guys tend to hold on to things that don't work out. You kind of get a little bit obsessed sometimes. You guys are kind of known for that. I don't mean to be like harsh. My partner's Capricorn rising, so I understand like there gets to be an obsessive tendency with things that aren't working out, or, you know, especially in terms of relationships or work situations. You get obsessive about it, and it's really hard to let things go. There's a push to work forward on things. Sorry guys, I'm going to drink some kombucha during this so I can stay awake here. But the Five of Cups, anyways, there's a loss of pleasure. The Five of Cups is about feeling that grief, feeling that sadness. I mean, with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, we're not feeling like we can move forward in something. There's a lack of work that's being done here. We don't really know how to push forward in this energy. And again, Mercury retrograde season is not about that. This is about, you know, again, there's a lot of fighting energy here, a lot of internal confliction about how to press forward and how not to. There might be a lot of people that are saying a lot of things this month. I feel like you guys are more apt to get into fights with friends and family this month. So watch what we say, watch what we do here. The Eight of Pentacles reverse, again, this is just like right in the center of it. So again, I just feel like there's this desire to push forward on things, or like, but we just can't for some reason. Roadblocks, energy loss, you know, sickness, or just needing to take a break here. We need to take a break in Pisces season because Aries season shoves us out and, you know, sets fire to like our ankles and then we go running. Literally. So, I mean, that's that type of energy, especially with Uranus and Taurus. That's going to be a huge push month after the 20th. You know, there's going to be a lot of push towards moving forward on things. So, right now, we're working out the kinks here. We're working out, you know, how do we get out of this real energy? You know, what do we, you know, what can we create here, and how do we move on from, you know, what has not worked? Because now we're very aware of, you know, the conflict in terms of emotional conflict, you know, things not working out, losses in our life here, and we're trying to find a way past it. But it is a fight. And you guys might be so tired and so exhausted and just not into working on this part of yourself. But I will say, guys, there's a real push to do so. Let me pull one card for advice for you, actually, because this is some intense energy, you know. There's a lot of, there's an internal also, this desire to turn away from that which we feel guilty about, which has not worked out. Things that we know that we've done here, things that we know are our fault, we want to kind of turn our head from it and ignore it. But in reality, there is this need to look at that and to, you know, take responsibility for our actions here to grow from this. People might be calling us out for things this month, Capricorn. People might be wanting to fight with us. People might be saying, I'm not dealing with that with you anymore. It's time to stop that. Advice, look at what you guys get for advice. Death. You know, end those aspects to yourself. You know, if you find that you're carrying negative patterns and ways of interacting with people, you know, now is the time to drop it. Uranus is moving into Taurus. That's huge energy. And again, I'll talk about that in your Uranus and Taurus video for you guys specifically. But this is a great time, especially, again, there's the astrological new year coming up here. This is the last season. And then we move into Aries, which is the first. So again, we're closing out the cycle here. And now is the time to say, hey, if you're like holding on to a relationship, a job situation, a hope for the future that has continuously let you down, continuously brought you failure, sadness, frustration, it might be time to end those types of, you know, end those attachments. Put an end to the attachments to whatever it is that you've been trying to do here, and look towards the cups that are still there. Look towards the things that will work out, and be ready to admit our failures, and be ready to admit, you know, what we have done wrong here. Because there's a fighting energy, and you guys need to admit it and put an end to this situation and move forward. There's things that have come to their natural end that we have to accept here. The Death card is also about rebirth, though. It's becoming a better person in the midst of all this. You know, we're going through a real rebirth and death cycle here. I've been feeling it for you guys since around, like, you know, when your season started. We've been going through a lot here. Let's see what else is coming up this month. So I would suggest that there's definitely some things that are coming up this month that need to be released. And I mean, I know that like that's just a message that we're getting all the time, and people are always like, I'm sick of hearing it. But Capricorns, I mean, these are the messages that we're getting. So a lot of you guys need to release things, need to let things go and kind of ascend here. We need to, in order to ascend to a higher level, in order to be putting out a better energy, bringing in a better energy to all situations of our life, you know, we need to release things that hold us back from that. And we need to recognize, you know, where our faults lie. Where do your faults lie? All right, anyways, those are just questions and things that are coming in. So you guys might be asking yourselves that this month. And I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling positively about love, though, at this time. I'll see what happens in your love reading, but anyways, what's coming in for my Capricorns this month? General life and career. God. Ooh, Nine of Cups. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of hopeful, you know, Piscean energy of, you know, this is what I want. This is my dream. The Nine of Cups is dream, wish, fulfillment here. You know, it's getting your dreams. In order, some of you guys might be, you know, receiving huge gifts here. Wow, the Emperor. Very powerful energy for taking authority, taking control. If we have a dream that we want to make a reality, now is the time to start stepping into that Emperor energy and not being afraid to take authority over that. There's the Seven of Pentacles right in the center. What else is coming in? My Capricorns, March 2019. General life and career. Strength. And what's this card? Queen of Cups. Okay. So you guys have a beautiful reading here. Let's get some clarity. Some clarifiers. Let's get some clarity. What am I saying here? Okay. I'm going to get some clarifiers here. Clarify the Nine of Cups and the Emperor here for my Capricorns, their general lives. Again, yeah, I think that there's this desire to, again, we're having a lot of, with Pisces season, Uranus moving into Taurus, we want to have especially business things work out. We're thinking about, in terms of work, what is our highest goals? What do we want to create here? What do we want to accomplish? And how do we get there? Three of Wands. Yeah, it's finding a way forward. You know, now you know what your hopes, where your hopes and dreams lie. Pisces season is great for creativity, coming up with new ideas, new approaches to things, and, you know, taking authority in that and pushing forward. Again, you might need help from others. For some of you, might be involved in a group situation with a couple other people that can help us see this through. And the Three of Wands is, you know, seeing your proverbial ships come in. It's seeing the changes that you really want to, that you really wanted to happen come in here. Pushing forward. A lot of fruitful collaboration in terms of business. There's a lot of effort that's being put in, you know, or seeing, you know, where the effort needs to be put in. The Chariot. Yeah, you know, we want to move forward on something, so we're, you know, choosing a path here that works for us. Taking authority and, you know, taking the reins here and moving forward into this. We're finding our strength here. We need to face the parts of us that need to be, well, yeah, there, wow, perfect. You know, there's something here that you guys know needs to be worked on. And I think, again, there's a lot of you that's internally, you know, holding on to things that are no longer serving us. We're holding on to past situations, things where we felt wronged, where we felt betrayed, where we felt people have hurt us here. And we're holding on to that. And that's not good. If that energy is still with you, Capricorn, you guys need to evaluate, reevaluate it, look at it from a different perspective. So I think a lot of us here are playing this, like, woe is me victim role, when in reality we know that that's not the situation. Or, you know, it's coming up this month, so we're understanding it from a different perspective here. We're taking responsibility for our actions here. Some of us here need to be responsible and take responsibility for what we've done, what we've created, and know, you know, where things are going. And from the bottom of the deck here, the very end here, for the Queen of Cups, we get the Six of Rods, moving forward in the right direction. So again, continue to manifest, continue to stand strong, you know, and pushing forward into where you want to put this energy here. Whatever your hopes, your dreams are in terms of business, career, life here. You guys know what that is. You're getting ideas. You're getting creative pushes and impulses this month. Listen to them. Find the right people to push forward on this. Take authority for, you know, this idea and push forward into it. You know, find a path forward. The Chariot says, take that energy into your hands here and do something with it. Push forward. The Chariot is taking your own power here and directing it in a specific way. There's just a lot of control over, you know, the tension here. You know, we're figuring out, you know, where the tension lies. We're taking control over it in our life here. It feels like there's like a vein of tension below the surface for things that have not been working out. And we're kind of, you know, taking control over that. We're finding a way to push forward here. You know, we're having triumph through the difficulties, through our perseverance through this. You know, we're balancing our life here. We're finding success. We're finding the road to success here. We're finding the road to where we want to be. But we, again, have to take authority, have to take responsibility. You know, apologize to people. Again, I'm hearing apologize. Apologize to those that you need to apologize to. Make things right. Do not be afraid to be the bigger person, or, you know, to admit our own faults this month. And, you know, choose the better path forward here. And in terms of work, again, if we don't need to, but I do feel like there's some things here that we've maybe flipped out about, been obsessing about, that we need to listen to. You know, people might have been, you know, made us aware of, you know, these certain faults within us, and we need to, you know, go and talk to them, make sure things are right here. Strength here is, again, taking conviction over our weaknesses here, you know, realizing that whatever, you know, that monster is to us, whatever, you know, because in the Strength card, there's always somebody that's trying to control, like a beast here, or a lion, and, you know, it's usually a woman. But in this card, you know, he's got control over it. He knows that this side of him is there. He knows that this issue is here, and he's aware of this now. There's a reveal of that information. He's like, wow, I didn't know that. 7 of Pentacles and 7 of Swords right here in the center. 2 sevens. Understanding what needs to be worked out here. Evaluating in a more practical way these feelings that are within us, or the situation that the 7 of Swords is bringing up. A reveal of, you know, a situation that, again, I think you guys were involved in, or that you had a big role in, that you were like, oh, I wasn't the, you know, I was the victim here, and then you're realizing I was not the victim. I was not the victim. And I kind of screwed up this situation up, and maybe I hurt people. Maybe I did something wrong here, and it's time to make this right. It's time to stand up, you know, and say, I am a bigger, better person here. I am more responsible than that. I'm sorry for what I've done here. Again, making it right, opening your heart, forgiveness, listening to your intuition. You guys will know what comes up with the 7 of Swords. You guys know where this effort needs to be applied to within your life here. It's going to be different for all of you. It could be how we approach relationships, how we approach work, or again, situations with work here that are coming up, but we needed to take control and authority over our direction and ourselves here. And, you know, when we listen to that, those intuitive pushes here, which have to do with taking, you know, responsibility, taking authority over ourselves and our direction, then we're going to go forward in the right direction. All right. So again, because that's the Pisces card there, we get, I mean, this could also be that you're dealing with a Leo or a Cancer, an Aries, or a Pisces if you guys are into those signs. But to me, this is more about the story that I was just talking about, more about those energies. Anyways, let's move into love for you guys. I feel like you guys, like I was saying earlier, are in the mood for love this season, okay? We're like feeling it. We're trying, you know, we're in the mood for that. We need to try to keep it calm and cool though. You know, be a little bit flirty in this energy. Pisces season is such a good flirty energy. You know, we need to be, and I feel like, again, you guys are more open to love in a way at this time that is very different. You guys are giving off a different energy right now in terms of love and relationships. And I feel like we're approaching it differently. We're seeing things from a different perspective here. We're more open to whatever's coming in terms of love, which is kind of unusual for you Capricorns, because you guys are like, all right, what's my story? I'm at this point in the story, and then they're going to come in here, and then we're going to get married and do this and that. You know, you guys are usually very structured in the way you believe love plays out, I find. So this is really nice. You guys are really feeling open, different about it. You know, there's a sense of optimism here in terms of love. I mean, that's if you guys are, again, an ascended Capricorn. But if you're not going to see it this way. You're going to feel like there's a lot of lack of direction, and you don't know what to do if you're not. So, interesting. All right, Capricorns. Love and relationship for my Capricorns, singles, couples. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of give and take in the balance here. You know, we need to be looking at how we give to relationships and how we receive, and, you know, how that plays into how our relationships work here. Are we giving too much? Are we taking too much? I also feel like, you know, whatever we've been putting out might be finally coming back here in Pisces season. Something is coming back around. Something is, again, like I was saying earlier with this, what you put out is what you get back, with Venus moving into your 2nd house of money even. I know it has a lot to do with that, but again, especially if you're in a relationship and you've been needing your partner to pay you back and stuff, and that's the situation, or you need to pay them back, there's a lot of energy for giving back what you've taken, and for balancing out the scales here, renewing love, messages of love. 4 of Wands, there's a lot of ease. Again, there's this openness to love and openness to letting your hair down and allowing love to just come in all of its forms. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy here. Wow, we get this, and I really want to pull this one card up from the center of the deck. What is it? Magician. Yeah, okay. So you guys are in a great position now to look towards the future here. Solidify, you know, where you want your relationships to be going. Again, with Uranus and Taurus, it's shaking everything up. But you guys are actually very surprisingly relaxed in this energy. You're seeing, you know, your goals. You're seeing your future. Some of you guys might be, again, focusing on weddings, marriage, you know, those big future goals there. And how do I get there? Or, again, you might be seeing those come up if you've been in a relationship here. You might be thinking, now I can finally give back what I give. We're at a more balanced place here. Maybe I want to take this relationship to the next level by, you know, moving house, going on vacation, maybe even thinking about marrying your partner, or, you know, locking them down. I don't like saying that, but, you know, giving them that ring, you know, giving them that offer of forever. We're thinking about a much better long-term future, again, in a better place, better home in mind. We have a lot of, like, a dreamy energy, again, around this. This is what I would like to do. Wouldn't you like to be here someday? You know, I want to move to, like, Fiji with you and have my business there. Wouldn't that be incredible if we did that in a year or so? You guys could be having a lot of talks that are very dreamy and lovey and, you know, give you this Four of Wands, like, feeling of, wow, I can't wait to get to this beautiful place here with my partner in a few months or like in a year or so. Wouldn't that be amazing? Let's start planning for this beautiful future here. The Knight of Pentacles, again, has that Virgo, you know, these are the goals that we need to get there. I think we can really make this happen. There's a lot of, you guys have all the tools to move forward positively in your love life right now. You have a lot of beautiful energy surrounding it, so where will you put that? You know, we have to work out the kinks within us in order to bring in the love that we want. So again, I would say the Magician talks about all those aspects that bring love in and manifesting. Some of you guys could be manifesting love in if you're single and working towards those big goals. Of a long-term, stable, happy relationship. You know, we're thinking about that. We're having a more optimistic view of any love that comes in. But you guys are like, wouldn't it be nice, like, in the future to get there? So what do I do now to get there? To get to my dream person, to get to my dream relationship. And we're doing the manifesting work. We're doing all that internal work. Again, if we need to release past relationships, patterns, attachments in love situations, you know, or past love situations that have become unhealthy, have become toxic, have become bad, you know, because again, guys, you guys tend to hold on to past relationships or problems or people in terms of love a lot. So be aware of that this month and keep on getting that message, and to release those toxic energies or toxic attachments, because they're not healthy. And it's just, you know, it's better to move forward without that person in mind, without that situation in mind, without all that stress, because it just feels like you guys can drop it this month and bring in everything that you want if we're just willing to drop, you know, whatever has been holding us back, whatever has been constantly, you know, I keep seeing, like, you know, if you were driving a ship across the ocean and you decided, or somebody accidentally hit the anchor down and that was weighing you down the whole time, constantly dragging you almost under, causing all these problems on the ship there, you would eventually notice that, you know, hey, something is dragging us down, something's holding us back. Time to reel that back in and, you know, fix the situation here. So again, reel up your, why I can't even think of what it's called, your anchor. Reel up that anchor for you. Whatever that anchor is for you guys, get rid of it, especially if it is in terms of love. If we're holding on to exes, negative patterns from the past, or obsessing over a situation that didn't work out, or a fight that happened between us and our partner, it's time to let go of that and move forward into a more ascended, better way of approaching love here. You guys have all the tools. You have a much better outlook and energy right now, so use that, please. All right, let's pull a romance angel for my couples and my singles here. Let's do singles, so Capricorn singles, a message for my Capricorn singles for love and relationships in March 2019. Healing family issues, wow. And then let's look at one for my coupled Capricorns. Coupled Capricorns for March 2019. Messages from the Love Angels. This is my Doreen Virtue Romance Angel Oracle cards. Also, this is my Gustav Klimt deck here, if you guys are wondering as well. You be sure to check out your 2019 reading. Ooh, as well, guys. Unrecruited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Whoa. Okay. Healing family issues. That came out for somebody. Okay. So, for the singles here, we get... the answers to your prayers about your love life are based on your feelings about your mother and father. You'd probably benefit from releasing any old anger towards any of your parents or the situation between them, because the feelings about your parents influence your choice of romantic partner and the way in which you deal with relationships. You know, we need to put forgiveness into action when this card comes up. It doesn't mean we're endorsing their behavior when we forgive, but rather doing so is a form of deep emotional detoxification. It means I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. When you find inner peace with your parents or, you know, their marriage situation or anything having to do with family issues here, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationship patterns and partners as a way of healing family emotional wounds. All of your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit. And for my coupled ones, unrecruited love, weird. Some of you guys could be sidetracked by somebody here. And maybe that's why we're thinking of some past things, some unrecruited love, and that's playing into our relationship now. And that's kind of the message I get from this, but we'll see what the book says, because I've actually never gotten this card. So the Romance Angels compassionately bring you this card As an answer to your relationship question, the person you're inquiring about has many qualities that you find attractive. However, there's not enough mutual attraction to create the passion you're seeking. This relationship is more like a cat and mouse chase, with one partner continually retreating and disappearing. Neither person enjoys this imbalance, and lack of chemistry is the reason. You may both share genuine love, which in itself can be a foundation for a long-term relationship. This card comes to you as simply to help you understand the missing component which you can both sense. Every relationship is a synergy of blended energies. You can't completely control the attraction factor, but you can override and steer it. Sometimes painful childhood experiences can draw you to unhealthy relationships as you recreate the original situation in an attempt to heal it. You can ask the angels for guidance to help you elevate your spiritual frequency so that you can attract a partner of the similar nature. You deserve to be in a relationship of mutual appreciation and attraction, so it's worth your time and effort to manifest one with these qualities. Okay, so again, guys, this doesn't have to be like singles, couples, like however you guys take these messages. Like, yes, I pulled this for singles, yes, I pulled this for couples, but if it resonates differently and there's an important message for you there, whether you're in a relationship or not, or marriage or not, whatever's going on here, you know, take that to heart if it really resonates with you. But again, if it doesn't, you know, leave it and let it go. Go find a reading for your Venus sign or your Sun, Moon, Rising. You might resonate better with that. Again, guys, if you want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in my description box. And please do share, like, and subscribe. It helps the channel, and I really do appreciate all of your support, guys. Thank you so much. Check out your yearlies. Check out your monthlies for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And when I finally get to those weeklies and Uranus and Taurus videos, definitely be sure to check those out as well. Thank you guys for all of your support, and have a beautiful March, my Capricorns.